Okay, I'm going to try to move along pretty quickly. I just had a couple of slides, and I wanted to sort of talk about what we're doing in LA because I think that's the most appropriate. It is true that I was fortunate to be the development director of the San Francisco SPCA the year that Rich Avanzino made San Francisco the first no-kill city. And I do credit Rich with a lot of my early teaching. It's unfortunate that Nathan isn't here today. He was a budding law intern at the San Francisco SPCA when I was working there. So we're all friends here. Let's see. So just to sort of set the stage, Los Angeles Animal Services is one of the largest municipal shelters in the United States. We have 6 shelters. We serve approximately 60,000 animals annually and respond to about 20,000 emergency calls each year involving either animals or people in danger. We have 332 approved positions, including animal care technicians, animal control officers, veterinarians, vet techs, and administration. Our budget for the 2014-15 year is $23,377,000. Oh, I left out the 116. Our city is 469 square miles, and our population is just under 4 million. So if you take the budget and the number of staff and the number of personnel, you can see that we're pretty much running full speed ahead all the time. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about, and you're going to hear more from Francis, about a unique public-private partnership with the Best Friends Society. We're saving, and this partnership is saving Los Angeles over $3 million a year as they operate one of the city shelters that I could not operate because I didn't have the budget for it. We operate 6. The 7th shelter is operated by Best Friends Society. Together, we're actually on track to become a no-kill city by 2017, and that's with an 85 to 90% live save rate. That's noses in, noses out. We really don't use the Asilomar exceptions or any of that. People in Los Angeles wouldn't tolerate that, so we said, okay, it's noses in, noses out. Here we go for this one. You know, we think that's very important. And, you know, I just think collaboration is the way to go in animal welfare. I just wanted to give you a quick view of where we are, because we still have plenty of work to do. So if you're Angelinos and you haven't already signed on, I saw an MKLA right there, but if you haven't already signed on, we're recruiting volunteers today as well. Our intake, and I've been the general manager since August of 2010. I count my numbers when I started because I don't have any way to really understand completely all the numbers before me or after me. So starting in fiscal year 10-11, you can see we had 56,700 animals, and it went up a little bit the next year. That's typical. When someone is recruited from the private sector who has a no-kill background, as I do, and has a track record for saving more lives at each shelter, people, I think, were a little bit heartened, so they brought us more animals and gave us a bigger challenge. But as you see after that, our intake has started to decline. I believe that has to do with responsible pet ownership, but I primarily think that has to do with all of the help we're getting from private groups to increase the spay-neuter and with the amount of spay-neuter that we're doing ourselves through the city shelters. Our live release rate has gone in the right direction. We're getting more animals out of the shelters alive each year. And our live save rate has gone from 57% to the end of this fiscal year, just slightly over 70%. So we're definitely making progress. I think the most astounding number that it's hard to brag about killing less because we don't want to kill anything. But I think when you look at the fact that in the fiscal year 10-11, there were 21,784 animals, companion animals, euthanized in the LA city shelters, and you look at this last year, that it's down to 12,680. That's a remarkable success, and that's due to partnerships with people in the city. You may notice Francis's numbers may be slightly different. It's not because we don't agree, it's because he uses a calendar year and I use a fiscal year, which is what I'm budgeted on. So if you see a slight difference, that's probably what that is. I think one of the other things that I wanted to mention is even in the city of Los Angeles, over the last 3 years, less than 20%, 19.66% of our animals have been pit bulls or pit bull mixes. And as you can see, I believe we're having some success with our spay and neuter programs, not as much as we want to have, but we're having some success because the number of pit bulls over the last 3 years has gone from 20.4% down to 18.6%. So there are fewer pit bulls coming in, and I think that has to do with the fact that a lot of the rescues in LA do focus on pit bulls and do really help with this breed and with educating the community. And then I think, and this is particularly true, maybe true in any form of animal welfare, but I think the secret, because we all think we know the best way to do it. I will tell one Rich Aventino story. When I came here, he told me 2 things. He told me to call Francis Batista and get involved with Best Friends, and, which was a good call. But he also said to me, if you can go to LA with a don't know mind, and if you can assume that, you know, your previous years of experience and previous experiences at other shelters may or may not apply, and if you can just look at what you've got and start dealing with that, and have a little bit of fun while you're doing it, I think you might be able to help make a difference in LA, and I think that's where we are. So the secret's to gang up on the problem, not each other.